I spent my Christmas in Spain. I was spending a semester abroad in Sweden, and was living in an international house, tiny one-room apartments with a common full kitchen and a shared laundry area, basically dorms with individual baths. I had been there a week and slowly introduced myself to people. I know a decent bit of Spanish, and there were probably 8 to 10 Spaniards who were there. None of them knew each other, but I heard shouting Spanish from across the courtyard and walked over to see what the commotion was. Turns out that is just how conversations go in Spain. So I'm standing there, just listening to the conversation, feeling very out of place, especially because I'm about as white as paper. One of them realizes that I am still standing there, turns and looks at me and says in English, "Why are you standing there? Can you understand us?" I nod. "Well, are you going to talk or just stand there?" I sheepishly introduce myself and ask them for their names, basic stuff you could learn in a few weeks of intro to Spanish in high school. All of them stood there and gave me a sideways look. Realizing that I probably said something retarded, I stammer out, "What's the matter, did I pronounce something incorrectly?" Apparently sheepish for me was practically fluent for them. They were completely taken aback that this American guy could just walk up and have a conversation. After what felt like a solid 5 minutes of awkward silence, a different guy asks if I want to travel. I said yes, but that I wasn't sure where I wanted to go yet. He said, "Keep in mind this is less than 5 minutes after I introduced myself, you will spend this Christmas in País Vasco." I laughed it off, thinking he was kidding. We went out to the bars together pretty much weekly, and he didn't mention it again. About halfway through November he sees me walking back from class one day and says, "Hey, did you buy your plane tickets yet? My parents are really excited to meet you." This guy was serious. Realizing that I hadn't bought any tickets anywhere yet, I went along for the ride and bought tickets. I had the best Christmas of my life 5,000 miles away from the nearest family member, by being adopted by this guy's family. I have never felt so welcome, and I didn't pay for a single thing the entire time I was there aside from my fare there and back. To boot, it gave me so much self-confidence knowing that I could go to a different country with different customs and a different language and be perfectly okay.